there are two things that have to remain off the table. There are two things that have to stay off the table. One is divorce. Has to be off the table. It's not, you can't keep that as an option in your mind. It's got to be completely off the table. The other thing that's got to be off the table is adultery. It's got to be off the table. It might have been on the table in the past, and that may be part of the reason why you're sort of in the situation you're in now in terms of unforgiveness and all that. But it's got to be off the table from now on.
So the first way, it says that in the book that women, we are asking for a particular kind of support. So as wives, what's wrong with us being more specific about our request? You know, I mean, this is your spouse. I should be able to say what I'm really feeling. Our husbands are not mind readers.
Come on.
So if we want to go out, just say you want to go out. I mean, you know, so I think just being a little more specific so that your husband can give you the right response that you're looking for, that can help open up the lines of communication.
Amen. Two, be proactive and intentional in your marriage.
And we're going to talk about that a little bit more, being proactive and intentional.
And number three, understand your spouse's love language. Whether it's words of affirmation, physical touch, receiving gifts, quality time, or acts of service.
And what we're going to do is real quick, we're going to pass these out while we're talking about this. Okay. So basically what we want to do is we want to take these 10 most common complaints that are listed here in the book, and we want to show you ways that you can be proactive, intentional, and utilize your spouse's love language in all of that, and help improve the line of communication. And this is just a love language chart, and for those of you who have been in CANA too long, or you may be visiting, years ago we studied this book, The 5 Love Languages, and it really, really helped our marriage because it helped me to understand my husband, and helped him understand me. So this will be a refresher for a lot of you, and for those of you that is new, it's new. So, and this is good, so I encourage you to stick this on your refrigerator somewhere and refer to it, because it tells you some things to do and things to avoid, depending on your spouse's love language. Okay, so the first most common complaint that's misinterpreted that the book talks about is we never go out. Translated into Martian, it means you don't feel like going out, doing something together, you know, so just be proactive. Be proactive and intentional. What we mean by that is plan a date night.
Right.
You know, when we first started dating and we first got married, we had a date night, Friday night, every week, for years, until we got our third leg. I'm known as Malcolm. So, date night then kind of turned into family night. So, but we still have to make sure that this is right. So we still try to make sure that we're planning date night or date lunch or whatever at least once a month. We try to get it in at least once a month. And that can fulfill the quality time. The love language of quality time, that's going to fulfill that.
Okay, from a male point of view, in my marriage, just from being engaged, observing, and knowing my wife's DNA, I know her love language, her primary love language is quality time. She needs that quality time with me, and she needs more of me. So I know when it's time for date night, because our date night consists of active communication, holding hands, physical touch, eye-to-eye contact, keep my phone on the vibration, also not having any distractions, and also copping the field every now and then. My love language is physical touch. These are ways as far as how I deal with my marriage as far as to, resolve this commonly complaint called we never go out.
Right.
Okay, the second one on here, it says everyone ignores me. And, it's translated into Martian, they are feeling ignored and unacknowledged. So I said, be intentional about saying I love you and appreciate you. Just be intentional about doing that. That's going to wrap up their words of affirmation to your spouse. And so, let me say this one more thing too about the love languages. Most of us have a little bit of all of these, but we usually have one that's your primary. So if you don't know your spouse's love language, go home today and figure it out.
My Lord.
So it really helps you in your marriage.
My Lord.
But just be intentional about saying those words.
Okay, everyone knows me. I take this as far as I deal with this. I want to be proactive and intentional in expressing language or words that my wife recognizes that have substance and that carry weight. I use the words of affirmation. I appreciate all you do for me, my son, and our family. Words of support. I believe in you. You can do it. Don't give up. Words of gratitude. That's words of thank you.
Right.
Thank you for being my wife. My words, I know from these words, I know my words can change the atmosphere in my marriage.
Right.
From isolation, from being isolated,
right,
to inclusion. Inclusion. That's what you want. To resolve this complaint called everyone ignores.
Come on.
And he really does do that. He'll just periodically, he'll just stop and he'll look at me and he'll say, thank you. Thank you for all you do for me. Thank you for what you do for our family. Thank you for what you do for our household. And
how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel great because a lot of these, I have too. I mean, you're tired, you're exhausted, we're going to get into that. But when he says that, it makes me feel like, okay, one more day. Okay, I can't go in here. I can do this one more day. Because we're so exhausted all the time. So it just makes me feel good to know that the things that I'm doing are not being taken for granted.
Hallelujah.
Okay, the third most common complaint that's misinterpreted on here says, I'm so tired, I can't do anything. Translated into Martian means, I have been doing so much today, I really need a rest before I can do anything. So, me and being proactive in this, I said, decide some time to do the dishes. Decide to fold some laundry. You don't have to put it up. Because taking that extra time off really makes a difference, back to the floor, get a kid a bag, because you're tired. And we shouldn't have to ask all the time. So just being proactive in some of those things can go a long way. And that can fulfill the love language of acts of service.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen her where, she's helping Malcolm with his homework, she's giving him a bath, and I've seen when she's falling down on the couch, just all tired. But hey, I see the dirty dishes in the sink, I see the laundry that needs to be folded. Hey, I'm gonna take the initiative to get those dirty dishes clean, to get those laundry folded. Hey, when did they say there was an I in marriage? It's a we in marriage. It's we, it's us together. Right. So the time gonna resolve this complaint.
Be intentional about checking in with your spouse. If your spouse has a job where maybe he or she can't talk throughout the day, send a text message or whatever, but at the end of the day, at least be intentional about finding out what occurred that day. Wayne and I, we're flexible, so we talk throughout the day. And every single morning when he gets to work, he sends me a text message or he'll call me and say, I made it.
Hallelujah.
And I do the same thing. Whenever I'm going somewhere, I'll text him and I'll say, I made it. And we end every text message, we end every phone call with I love you.
Come on.
Every single one for 14 and a half years.
Hallelujah.
Done. And so we're just real intentional about checking in with each other and being in tune, because if I'm checking in with him and I'm like, I can hear it. A lot of days I'll call him and I'll say, how's it going? And I'll say, those crazy people, huh? Because I feel like I know these people. I'm so in tune with him. So I say somebody's name and I even know, like, oh, she's the one, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So that's how in tune you want to be with your spouse. What's going on? He's just as in tune. I'm a real estate agent. He's just as in tune. He'll say, oh, what about that client? Did you call so-and-so back? He's reminding me. Did you follow up? They the ones that did this. So that's how in tune you want to be. So you have to be real intentional about checking in.
And you have to ask your spouse, hey, those open-ended questions, like, hey, what was your day like today? How was your day? Was the day good for you? Did you enjoy your day? As a husband, I want to put these words into questions that will let my wife know that her well-being is important to me.
Okay, number 7.
I want to interrupt just one second. You say y'all end every text and every phone call with what?
I love you.
I love you. I love you. That's a stickler with me. Don't tell me love you. Tell me I love you. Not love you. You say that to a pet or something. You know what I mean? I want you to think about the fact that you saying you love you. Okay, sorry.
We make it personal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And why did y'all start doing it?
Because of this ministry. Because of this ministry and the fact that, hey, you guys are sowing seeds in us. We don't take it for granted.
Hallelujah. We
don't take it for granted. We started off as babies. Hey, premarital class. Hey, you guys planted the seed.
Hallelujah.
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 Hallelujah. Number 7. Nothing is working. Translated into Martian. So many of these overlap. I'm getting confused. Okay, translated into Martian means today I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so grateful that I can share my feelings with you. And again, that just goes to let your spouse know you appreciate them. Those words of affirmation for your spouse.
And from my point of view, I'm going to be attentive by letting my wife know I appreciate her. And through my physical touch, you know, hey, I'm physical touch. I love the touch. But I want to give her that hug of reassurance. I want to give her that hug of reassurance, knowing that, hey, when she says nothing is working, I want to reassure her, hey, I got you.
Right. Hallelujah.
And he really encourages me because the type of career that I have is like you have to really, really go get it.
Right.
And you know, you gotta be out there grinding, and sometimes it can be draining. Well, so he's my rock, because he'll say, keep going, you can do it, or have you tried this, have you tried that? I mean, he really gives me that much encouragement, and it just means a lot to me.
Hallelujah, Lord.
Number 8 is you don't love me. You don't love me anymore. Translated into Martian means today I'm feeling as though you don't love me. And I just said, you know, on that being proactive and intentional, make time for those intimate conversations between the two of you. Take that time to connect, because to me, when we're connecting throughout the day, and when he comes home in the evening and we're talking, that's that time that we're connecting, and I'm figuring out, you know, what's happening with him. And I know he loves me, I love him, because we're connecting. And then when you're doing that, you're taking care of your quality time. You're taking care of those words of affirmation.
Right.
And if all goes right,
all goes right.
Have a good physical.
I'm going to dig it back on this. Sometimes, you know, as a husband, I got to turn the TV off. Yeah, I got to turn the computer off.
Come on.
Hey, let's sit on that couch together. Hey, let's sit in that chair together. You know what I'm saying? Let's sit in that chair together. Because when these things progresses and take over, hey, you're spending quality time together. Hey, when you're in that chair together, hey, that's going to be some good thing. Especially in that same chair.
Okay, a couple more. Number 9. We're always in a hurry. Translated into Martian means I feel so rushed today. You know, I don't like rushing. So I just said, take time to slow down. You know, spend that quality time together. You have to make the time. And we've already talked about, you know, he works, I work, we got third leg, you know, we got school, we got homework, he started sports, we got organizations, you got church, you got all this stuff.
Come on.
That's pulling you in all these different directions. You gotta make the time.
Right.
It has to be important enough to you to where you stop and make the time to spend together.
Hallelujah,
And
Lord.
slow down.
And from my perspective, I just put in my notes, hey, stop and enjoy the simple things in life. Spend time walking the neighborhood together. You know, riding your bikes together. Going to the park. Sitting out on the patio, you know, with our third leg. But, you know, because we're being intentional about having quality time together, you want to enjoy this thing called life. You want to make sure what life has to offer. And also, why is your marriage and ministry not working?
I know. Say it again.
Why is your marriage or ministry not working? Okay.
Alright. Okay, number 10, the last one, the most common complaint. I want more romance. Translated into Martian means, sweetheart, you've been working so hard lately, let's take some time out for ourselves. I said on this being proactive and intentional, do some just because. You know, bring her some flowers just because. Give him a card, give her a card, just because. Go to lunch, go to dinner, just because. Not because it's your birthday, not because I don't want to cook today, so we got to go out to eat. Not because it's an anniversary, but just because. I know, like a couple of months ago, we try to get our time in when we can get it in. We use our babysitters sparingly. So we have to pick our time. So I think it was just a couple of months ago, I called her and I said, hey, how's your day? You know, let's go lunch. And so we went to lunch, I met her for lunch, and I just did a quick little picture posted on Facebook, and I said, you know, for 16 years we've gone out for lunch, and we're eating just because. Not because it's a birthday, not because we celebrate, just because. And I did a whole bunch of hashtags, y'all know how we do. And I mean, I think we got over 200 something. Like, people just liking and commenting, because we have to take that time to say just because, and, you know, and make that time for romance. And it reminded me, you know, we have to be spontaneous. When The Bow Breaks, when that movie came out, I really want to see that movie. I thought it was going to be so good. I really want to see it. But every time we go to the movie, guess what? It's animated. So some kind of way we just didn't ever get to the movie to see it. So this was late one Sunday night, and I was flipping through the TV, and it was on demand. So without him knowing, I said, we're going to have that night. And it was about 10 o'clock on the Sunday night. Malcolm was in the bed, sleeping good, you know, and so I went, he looked at me, like, what are you talking about? I said, this movie is on demand. And so I went in the kitchen, I popped popcorn, we had our beverage of choice. We snuggled up on the couch and we watched that movie. And at the end of that movie, we talked about it, we dissected it, you know how we do, you know, we didn't have anybody interrupted. So it was great. And it was just a quick little spontaneous date night that cost us nothing but however much on demand cost us. That night. And it was great. So when you're thinking about being romantic, don't worry about prices, you can do all kinds of stuff.
Come on here.
It's not going to cost you a whole lot of money.
Hallelujah, Lord.
As I reminisce, when I was dating my wife, I did everything to stay in her face, to keep her, and to get her. You know what I'm saying? So, as the old folks would say, I was handicapped. But nothing has changed. Marriage is dating.
That's right.
Going into marriage is just a transition.
Come on.
I'm still doing the same thing. I still date my wife. I still bring her the flowers. I still say I send her the just phone call, just because phone call. I dial her on just because phone call. I'm will tell you dates, nights on the couch, and also just a lunch date. Whether it's physical touch, acts of service, expressive gifts, words of affirmation, and quality time. I'm putting these love languages in action.
Amen.
Come on.
Make our marriage successful and exciting.
Hallelujah.
As we were talking about communication, I came across this article and I just thought this was very, very interesting. I really want to share it with the class. And the title of this article is called Levels of Communication in Marriage. And so I had never seen this before, I had never heard this before, and I just want to read a few little excerpts from it to tell you these 5 levels. There are 5 levels of communication in your marriage, and I want to share this with you guys. The article starts off and it reads, over time, married couples develop their own unique style of communication. Sometimes a couple can communicate with each other with a mere look, you know the one, and the message comes across loud and clear. But most married couples draw on 5 levels of communication when they talk with each other. Depending on the subject discussed, couples may use 1, 2, or all 5 of these levels, mixing them up according to what the couple wishes to express. So the 5 levels of communication in marriage, the first level, which everybody communicates on these first couple ones, the first level is saying commonly used phrases. And this is just stuff that really doesn't mean a lot. You don't have a great day. How you doing? You're communicating, you're talking, but it's not any feeling or anything behind. It's just a level of communication. So commonly used phrases. That's the first level. The second level of communication is communicating fact-based requests. Communicating fact-based requests. And that's a real common level of communication among couples. So it's just stuff, again, it's not a lot of feelings. Some you may say before you leave for work in the morning, can you stop by and get milk on the way home? The car needs to tune up. You're communicating something that needs to happen, okay? The third level is stating opinions or ideas, either fact or feeling based. Stating opinions or ideas, either fact or feeling based. An example of this would be saying something like, I think it would be a mistake to take Katie out of private school. She's doing much better in her schoolwork now than when she was in public school. So what you're doing is you're opening up your conversation with your spouse with an opinion about something that you can back up with a fact or a feeling or whatever. Level 4, this is where we go a little bit deeper. Level 4 is sharing emotion-based feelings. Level 4 is sharing emotion-based feelings. And it talks about, here's when we approach a deeper level of communication within the couple. It shows that you've reached a certain depth of emotional connection, one that permits you to be open and vulnerable when you're communicating on level 4. And level 5 is voicing and listening to each other's needs. Voicing and listening to each other's needs. It talks about couples that use this level of communication in their marriage have a true bond of trust between them. It allows them to actively listen to each other's needs and acknowledge that they have heard and understood them. That reminded me of Miss Sheila when she talked about the stages of marriage, how you get to that level where it's committed and you're open and you're talking and this is it. So that's what that level 5, as I was reading, that's what it reminded me of. But here's the interesting twist in this article. It says that most couples only communicate on the first 3 levels. And most couples rarely get to levels 4 and 5. and on a regular basis. And so that just, I thought that was kind of crazy, but that's what, it was interesting to me. But I know I have friends, and I have a girlfriend, I was talking to her about this, she said, she said, can you send me that article? She said, we never go to level 4 and 5. And I was like, wow. So it talks about how couples don't do that. Level 4, they talk about that's the gold standard in your marriage, that you built a safe, secure, you got a solid relationship. Level 5, that's the gratifying stage. You're gratifying right there. It also talks about how when you reach that level 5 level of communication, how you're really in tune with your spouse, and you can de-escalate some stuff. So think about all these complaints that we talked about. If you're in tune with your spouse well enough, you can de-escalate a whole lot of this on the front end if you're communicating enough with them.
Right.
So I just kind of want to share that. I thought that was just really interesting.
Amen.
So we have a class exercise. Wayne is going to pass out these cards, and as he's passing these out, I'm going to tell you what you're going to do with them. This is a voucher. We're going to give you all a voucher. But you got to fill this voucher out, okay? This is a love... One per person. I'm sorry, one per person. One per person. What you're going to do, we're going to take about 5 minutes, and we want you to write down 3 things. And I know you have a million, but we want you to just write 3 things that you love and appreciate about your spouse. If your spouse is not here, we still want you to write it down, okay? And you can share this with your spouse when you get home. After you write your 3 things down, then we want you to turn to your spouse and we want you to tell them what you love and appreciate about them, okay? Then exchange cards. All right, and so husbands, you're going to have your wife, you're going to have your husband, and this is going to serve as a reminder. Those times we're feeling overwhelmed, we feel like nobody cares, you don't love me anymore, you're going to have this card to pull out to remind you why your spouse loves you.